My name is Christian Erik Arne Meyer. I'm just going to show you here. This is the diagnosis that the doctor has for me here, and you're going to see that I don't meet the criteria based on how I'm able to explain this how in a clear and compelling and logical linear way, and regardless of any of these issues that present themselves through this particular report. So schizoaffective disorder is a mental health condition that combines symptoms of schizophrenia. Okay, so first of all, let's go down here. Schizophrenia can be refuted by computer-assisted telepathy since our biology is made up of water, which conducts electricity, and dental work can transmit and receive a signal. Yeah, and so when I searched online, if it conduct a material that can transmit and receive a signal, if it could be used to transfer both images, sounds, and images. So right here it says, yes, if a substance can transmit and receive a signal, it can be used to transfer both sound and images. This is because the sound and images can be represented as signals, and those signals can be encoded onto a carrier wave, transmitted, and then decoded at the receiving end. In the Charter of Rights, there's a freedom of thought indicating that the government is well aware of this technology is possible. Okay, and then so let's see what else it says here. So such as hallucinations, delusions, and disorganized thinking. So I don't have any delusional beliefs. Like my family went to, I'll just show you here. Like the doctor's saying I have grandiose beliefs. Grandiose beliefs meaning that I'm like, well, I could be royal. So I'll just show you what I look like, first of all. Like this is what I look like now. So I'll show you what I looked like when I was younger. And so I have a file here for it. Okay. So you can see right here. So that's Helena, Princess Helena. She was Queen Victoria's fourth daughter, I believe. And you can see what I look like then. This is what I look like at 19 years old. That's what I look like at 19 years old. And this is what Princess Helena looked like at 19 years old. So the fact that people have delusional beliefs and they see hallucinations and delusions, that shouldn't affect my case individually myself. Once again, my name is Christian Erik Arne Meyer. And I shouldn't have to repeat myself when people are using technology to try to refute my claims. So anyway, so you can see right here, this is what I look like. I was probably about 36 years old here. And this is what the second last German emperor looked like. So I look quite considerably like him. And this is what Captain James Cook looked like. Captain James Cook looks like me, and my family, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, her name was Ivy Marion Cook, and she told me as a young boy we could be related to the man that discovered Australia, which is Captain James Cook, and you can see by the resemblance that we clearly are. So I'll just show you here. This is what Edward VIII looks like, and you can see how I look considerably like him. And so this isn't a delusional belief that I look like these individuals. And so I'll just show you some more pictures here. So once again, this is a royal wedding, and my family at the time, they were the Campbells. And on the 28th of August, 1871, you can see here where it says 1871, my family went to a royal wedding. And on the back of the wedding, on the back of the invitation, it said, Mr. and Mrs. Jack was my grandfather's name, my official grandfather. His name was Jack. And it said, Colin Campbell. So when I searched online about Colin Campbell, this is the man that I seen. Where is it? So I'll just go to... So once again, this isn't disorganized. Like I'm linearly progressing through. Like I'm refuting the fact that I have disorganized thoughts, right? So or delusional beliefs. I'm refuting the fact that I have delusional beliefs. So I have to prove, and this clearly shows this, right? So I said that I have evolved human biology. I just seen this picture, so I'm scrolling through my list. So here, this is generation 1 biology. You can see this is a white man, and you can see how he has indentations right there in his back muscles. And then this is my back, and once again, I'm Christian Erik Arne Meyer, and you can see how I have a V here, and I don't have any indentations in my back. So that's not delusional. That's scientific belief. That's scientific proof that I have evolved human biology at that point. So I'm just going to show you here. So it's not in here either. Okay, so here's another picture. You can see this looks like myself, Christian Erik Arne Meyer. That was, I believe that is George the Sixth. That's currently King Charles's grandfather. And so, I don't want to make this video too long here. So I don't want to make this too long. So King George's grandfather, or pardon me, King Charles, his grandfather was George the Sixth, and my half sister Brandy, who's the substitute decision maker, she every time she had lived on Princess Crescent, and my former mother-in-law, got me a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, and so the fact that my half-sister lived on Princess Crescent, and I had a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, and behind the Royal York in Toronto, Ontario, there's a Piper Street, and I adopted a dog named Piper, right? And my family went to a royal wedding. I looked like many royals, and so just one more thing here. So there's no point before I got sidetracked with the evolutionary DNA. Like, I kind of proved that I don't have delusional beliefs, and people do forget things. People do get sidetracked, and that's human nature. And especially when it shows that the amount of technology is required to make somebody get sidetracked, right? So everybody would have, all these people have delusional beliefs or disorganized thoughts. They would all have disorganized thoughts. All those individuals right there, but all have disorganized thoughts because nobody could correspond like that. So I'm just gonna see here. So here's another picture of Edward VIII that you can see clearly looks like myself, Christian Erik Arne Meyer. So this all proves that I'm not delusional. I look like these people. We went to a royal wedding, and my family did party with royal people. I had nobility on both sides. My dad had servants, and my dad had servants, Barry John Diggins Sr., and my official grandfather had servants, right? So we partied with royals. So that's not delusional. So now let's see what else for the schizoaffective disorder here. So once again, I'm moving linearly through here, and I don't have disorganized thoughts. So this refutes, and once again, I've been held at the hospital for 71 days. I haven't taken any medication, and Canada has a system here, and so there's a different, there's a Gauss reading or a Tesla reading that would reveal where I am on the planet in Sault Ste. Marie particularly. So I'm just waiting for this notepad to open up, and this isn't online, so it should open up fast. Okay, so let's see. So I don't suffer from any hallucinations. I've never said wow, there's like something that wasn't there, and disorganized thinking. So no, I don't have that. So depression or mania, I haven't exhibited any depression or mania while I've been in here. This means a person may experience changes in their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that affect their daily life. And so the condition can vary in severity and may come and go over time. Treatment often includes medication therapy to support and manage symptoms and improve the quality of life. Okay, so let's see. So I already covered schizophrenia here. So disorganized thinking is a clinical definition of, this is the clinical definition of disorganized thinking. Disorganized thought process is characterized by a lack of coherence, clarity, and logical progression in one's thinking. And it causes cognitive interruptions that interfere with effectively conveying information. It can also impact engagement in meaningful conversation. So you can see how I'm, all my videos from like yesterday or whatnot. I posted a couple videos since I'm trying to refute my diagnosis, right? There's a bunch of interference that's happening to try to refute this, but I always say all my videos online are always logical and coherent in a linear fashion. Okay, so let's see, bipolar type 1. Bipolar 1 disorder is characterized by at least one manic episode, which may be preceded or followed by hypomaniac or major depressive episodes. The manic episode must last for at least 7 days or be severe enough to require hospitalization. While the depressive episodes are common, these are not required for a diagnosis of bipolar 1. This is from the CAMH. So bipolar disorder is a medical condition that causes a person to cycle through periods of depression or elevated mood. Bipolar disorder typically consists of 3 states: a high state called mania, a low state called depression, and a low state during which many people feel normal and function well. All people experience emotional ups and downs, but the mood swings for people with bipolar are often more severe. Mania is in a clinical context refers to a state of abnormal, elevated, or irritable moods accompanied by increased energy and activity levels, which significantly impact a person's functioning behavior and is a key feature of bipolar 1 disorder, and can also occur in conditions like schizoaffective disorder or the result of substance abuse or certain medications. Right, so I haven't taken any medications officially, so that's so one strange thing before I go on. So any medication that they would be giving me covertly would be an inhibitor, because I'll be able to show at the end of this video how I have mucus that's green, clear, and white and reflects. So like that is strange. Like so I'll go finish my reading here of the diagnosis, and then I'm going to show you that the mucus, and showing how strange it is. Once I search online what color mucus is, it's going to show that it shouldn't be green, clear, and white simultaneously. Right, and it's all the compounds that could be added to different foods. Okay, so let's see. While a person is held against their, so there's irritability. So one of the criteria for bipolar could be irritability. While a person held against their will might experience a range of emotions, including fear, anxiety, and confusion, irritability is indeed a common response. It's a natural reaction to being deprived of freedom and experience a traumatic situation. So being held for 71 days now against my will, there's going to be times that I'm irritable in my videos because I'm frustrated. You know, I had a lawyer that voted for me, and I'll read the lawyer's the notation from the lawyer in a minute here. And so the lawyer voted for me to have my involuntary status revoked, and so I should have been gone. And and all my videos clearly indicate that I don't meet any of the parameters for schizoaffective disorder or bipolar 1. Ever. Mania is a mental illness marked by periods of great excitement or euphoria, delusions, and overactivity. Many people suffering from mania do not think anything is wrong. Okay, so that's the end of that. So now I'm just going to pause it, and I'm going to show you where my lawyer voted to have my status revoked, and there's all the some moves that they made, and okay, so this was right here. You can see submissions by Melissa Lukens. Melissa Lukens was my lawyer. Mrs. Lukens. Yes, I'll keep it brief. I'd like the board to note that my client is not at risk to harm himself or others, and that evidence-supported serious physical impairment may not rise to the level of being clear, cogent, and compelling in order to keep him under the grounds of Box B. Defer to the evidence given by my client, which was very fulsome today, and on behalf of my client, Christian Erik Arne Meyer, I'm just adding that there because it said Christian Meyer, and there could be other ones. And I want the board to revoke his involuntary status. It said I ask the board to, but there's an attempt through electromagnetic interference, and once again with that computer-assisted telepathy, and I'll just show you that real fast. So with computer-assisted telepathy, it proves that that you are able to listen to people's brainwaves and interfere with it with brain-computer interface and neural prosthetics. Like this is known technology. I'll show you some of that in a second. And then I'm going to show you the green mucus, and that's everything that I said was going to do. That's not disorganized. This is all organized. So let's see, computer assisted topic. So I tried to submit this proof and at the hearing, and they went based on YouTube rather than ignoring factual evidence. So right here, so videos, when you go to videos, computer assisted telepathy videos, it says right here, this video right here shows, this is the one I watched, and it shows that you're able to influence somebody's thoughts with with electrical signals through your computer device, right? And once again, the human brain is made up, I'll show you right here, what percentage is the human body made up of water? What percentage is the human body made up of water? They always make me with brain-computer interface. I'll just show you what that is in a second here. Last time I checked, it was 55 to 70%, so it's 50 to 75% this time. Typically made up of 50 to 75%. So once again, the human body is made up of water, right? You should know this because you get shocked, like with static electricity. Like when you go to touch somebody, sometimes you shock yourself, or you could get electrocuted, right? So that means we conduct electricity. So once again, anything that conducts electricity, I'll just show you right here. Anything that conducts electricity can transmit and receive a signal, right? It could be encoded and then decoded. So when you transmit it, it's encoded and then decoded when you receive a signal. So does a radio require encoded then decoded signal after it is transmitted and received? Yes, a radio receiver needs to decode a signal after it has been transmitted and received. The radio transmitter encodes information on a radio wave of modulation. This encoded wave is then transmitted, and a receiver picks it up and decodes information to make it usable. So right there, scientifically, that proves, like, once again, we're conductive. We're made up of water, and water can transmit and receive a signal, right? Especially if you're born in the 70s when they had metallic molars. Nowadays with any dental work, right? And so that means that thoughts, it is possible to see people's thoughts. And the word telepathy was coined in 1882 by Frederick Myers. So now I'm just going to show you, like the last thing I said, remember, part of having a schizoaffective disorder is the fact that I'm supposed to be disorganized, right? And so that means that I mentioned that I was going to, show you my mucus being green, clear, and white, and I should have forgotten this. Okay, so this is some mucus I have. I'll just see the date here. This was July 2nd, 2025, and there's the type of compounds that would be in that one there. So let's see, and you can see it's kind of shiny, and mucus shouldn't be shiny like that. And so here's you can really see the shininess in this one. So I'm gonna just find an older one. So you can see right here how I have green mucus, and then white mucus, and then the wet spot is the clear mucus. So and this was let's see, this was June 30th, 2025, and so you can see, I'll just go through here, and so here is it does show all the mucus, you can clearly see that that's green mucus. There's some blood in my mucus, and then there's some white mucus, and then there's the clear mucus. So you can clearly see that this is mucus. And so I'm just going to show you right now. I'm going to search online and see that people shouldn't have green, clear, and white mucus. First of all, what color is typical mucus? Okay, typical healthy mucus is clear and thin. It's produced various membranes and so let's see what this is here. Okay, so green mucus, your body is likely working very hard to fight an infection. Okay, so yellow mucus, so clear mucus, and then white mucus. You may have an infection or... Okay, wow, so that's strange. Can people have green, white, and clear mucus simultaneously? Okay, so the internet's taken a long time to respond to this one. That's strange. Yes, it's possible to have different colors of mucus, including... Okay, this could happen when the body's producing mucus in different areas at different stages of an illness. For example, when somebody... Okay, so when they blow their nose once. No, that's strange because I've never seen that until I've been at the Sioux Area Hospital. Okay, so let's see it there. Yes, it's possible to have a mix of clear, white, and green mucus when blowing your nose, even with a single blow. This can occur with a few factors, including natural progression of the illness, various mucus consistency, and even the mechanics of the nose blowing itself. So once again, this is my natural capabilities. So that would be quite strange to exhibit those characteristics. So with the fact that I'll just show you what, because there's some, I did post a video recently, so the last thing, so I guess this is, well, that's the video, but I did post a video online that did show you know, because I do see strange things at the Sioux Area Hospital. I do see I did have you know, a banana that wasn't ripe, but it was so mature that it was bruised, right? Which is strange, right? So let's see. I'm just curiosity. Like now that they're AI overview, I don't really trust AI overviews, so I'm gonna see from a medical journal. I'm gonna see from a medical journal because I don't trust AI overview whatsoever. That's a medical journal or magazine. So let's see. Okay, so April 1st. because once again, there's no medical proof that I've ever gotten COVID. Like I've never had any medical prescription for COVID and or anything like that, and probably nobody else on the planet other than maybe my kids have. I'll just show you one last thing here, to kind of show that I do have evolutionary DNA to kind of support continue with the fact that I don't have delusional beliefs. So I'll just show you here. Just be a second here. So I'm just looking through the pictures here. So I'm just going to show this. So once again, Dr. Agbana, I posted a video yesterday. He said that I had psychotic tendencies. Christian Erik Arne Meyer, myself, said that I had psychotic tendencies by refusing blood investigations. That's a fancy word of saying blood work, and that you're not psychotic if you refuse to give blood. You'd be psychotic for saying that somebody's psychotic for refusing blood, in my opinion, by wanting to have them medicated when they don't have any mental health issues. So you can clearly see how my ankle bones right there, I have a ridge right, like a spur right there and a ridge right there. So I have a unique skeleton, and I've been denied an x-ray. So I'm just trying to find a picture here. So this, I've showed this in enough videos, but that shows this was from March 2025, because it doesn't say 2024, but I showed, I guess I could show you right here, these ones, but it's nice when I have one video. But so here's generation 1 biology. So first I'll finish my thought. So in March 2025, March 11th, I was confronted by, I guess I'll play the video first, and then I'll show.
Not in a hospital right now. So do you use subliminal whatsoever? What's that? Have you ever used subliminal in your life? No, you haven't.
Anyways, okay, take care, Christian.
Yeah, there's a ghost reading wherever you are. So he clearly lied to me, but you can tell by the indication.
So a Gauss reading or a Tesla reading reveals the magnetic signature on surfaces, and it's the Canadian government has a system to profile Canadians. This is why I take medical marijuana for my anxiety, and this is easily provable in court with a Gauss reading, like a GAUSS meter, METER would reveal a magnetic signature, even on wood.
In his eyes, how his eyes moved, that he used subliminal. So here's all the evidence that he tried to set me up with. And so getting all the perpetrators in Canada. And they're not letting me take the picture, but it still works. It still shows up because I'm filming it. So getting them there, right there. There's his home address. So they're making me, they're all the...
So you can see that that's myself, Christian Erik Arne Meyer.
All three of them are hiding their biology through me, like show last 5 seconds, so getting all the perpetrated my aura and then their aura, right? So showing their aura small, so people couldn't cross them. So you clearly lied. That's evidence. It's March 11th, 2025. No, I don't want your...
So once again, I was informed in March 11th, 2025, and then you can see how the police, I didn't run from the police there. I don't have a criminal record, but my substitute decision maker said I tried to jump from a moving car due to my paranoia. So this is a lie, a blatant lie, because like, why didn't I run? Why did I challenge the nurse and the police there if I was so psychotic and my paranoia was such a level that I was afraid of the police? She said that I tried to jump out of a moving car, and my son, he was in the car with us, and you know, I said, hey, do you remember me trying to open up a car door and jump out of it? He's like, no, Dad, I don't remember. And that's the right answer, because if he did, like, if I did try to jump from a moving car, then he clearly would have remembered that, because like, what would have happened? She didn't further explain what would have happened. So I'm hoping that she shows up in court so I could cross-examine her to see, like, did she like did she take off her seatbelt? How did she stop me from jumping out of the car when I was going at speed? Because my son doesn't recall this happening, right? And I don't recall this happening. And once again, when I was approached by the police on May 5th, 2025, car 18, they, you know, I didn't run at that point on body camera. Like there's no evidence of me running. So like once again, like in April 20th, like at Easter, when I see my half sister, the decision maker, how come she said that like I had this paranoid belief that I was willing to jump out of a moving car, but I didn't. Like in March, I didn't try to run from the police. And you can see, if you go to any of my YouTube channels, you see that I always challenge the police on film because I panhandle and they're not aware of the panhandling rights. So I challenge them on film, and I don't run. But like, how's it possible? Like that somebody would risk and like when I don't have any, like, why? I've never harmed myself. I've never been hospitalized for any physical harm. I've never cut myself. I've never done anything to harm myself. And I know it'd be risky to jump out of a moving car, so that I would not want to try that. So that being said, like, how come there's no evidence prior or afterwards? Right. And so like that's that would be a delusional belief on her regard that I try to jump out of a moving car, because once I do go to court, I will show that a message from my son saying that he could refute it as well by not remembering, because clearly if his dad was to try to jump from a moving car and risk grave personal harm to himself, he would have remembered the car door opening. Because how many times have you been in a car where somebody's opened up the car door going down the road? Probably not. So you're going to remember that first of its kind situation, especially since it's only a few months ago, right? So that's strange. So once again, so this is generation 1 biology. You can see the back muscles are considerably different. And then this is generation 1.5 back muscles. You can see those muscles are different from generation 1. And then this is my back muscles, which you can see that are different from generation 1 and generation 1.5. So I don't have any delusional beliefs. I don't meet any of the criteria for a schizoaffective disorder or bipolarism. Like, I do get irritated at the Canadian government because they profile me because of my evolutionary characteristics. They pretend I don't have extraordinary characteristics, but they've offered me money in the past to buy my blood.